Hey guys, it's KC Jilly. I'm out here at the Secret Garden checking on my greenhouse, and I figured I'd let you guys see what's going on out here. So let's take a look. So my strawberries didn't make it. This gum section up here is pretty dry. That basil's doing okay. And I've planted, I think 10 pinto beans along here. One of them's come up. So we'll see how that's gonna work out. I'm not gonna sweat that too much. And on this side, the same kind of deal. I don't know if you remember me showing you, I've got some little chives there. They haven't done too dadburn much. I think I may have some critters eating on stuff here. Little snails or something. My green beans are doing okay in here. And here's some more of that basil. They ain't doing as well over here. I'm sure it could use spread out. The, what is that, oregano, nothing left, not a sign of it. This top section just doesn't want to grow too much. So I need something real dry. Maybe like Egyptian spinach or something could make it up here. Over there, that's what's left of my bell peppers, and I think a critter definitely ate a couple of those. Because I came in here and they looked like they'd been chewed down. So that's where I'm at, okay? And that's the most pathetic stuff pretty much in here at this point. But once we start stepping down the tier, things are coming alive. So you can see this stuff, I actually have some more of these stakes like this on order, so I can stake up the rest of mine. They're getting so dadgum big, they're falling over now already. So, but sun gold's doing okay. You can see they're forming their flowers. Things are a little bit cramped, but I've actually got my clippers with me over at the shop, and I'm gonna come over here and the ones at least that I can tie up for now, I'm gonna tidy up a little bit under the bottoms of them so they get a little airflow, because it's pretty still in here at this point. Let's see, what is that one? A Jolene? That's one of my new ones. New to me. They're very healthy. Good old thick stalk on everything in here too. That's aggravating me real bad. I need to find a stake. But, you know, this stuff's all getting so dadgum big. Look at all them flowers. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to have some tomatoes here shortly. Now, I will tell you, it's way too jumbled right in here. So what I'm gonna do is probably, I'm thinking about taking these two. I may dig them up, take them out with me today and plant them over there at my other secret garden area where I finally got done. I'll show you all that when I get done here. These two Carmen peppers, I will say this is the south side, so they're still getting their sun at the moment, but it's gonna be an issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff cleared out of here. I'm gonna dig them up and move them to another place. They're liable to go through shock, but I think they'll be okay. I'll get enough dirt with them. And on this side, all these green beans are coming up along the edge here, doing pretty good. You see this old cabbage and cauliflower, still seems to be doing all right, don't it? I tell you, that one looks a little different there, doesn't it? I don't know. Boy, they got big and healthy quick. They like that old dirt that I put them in. See, we got look at the flowers on this guy. You guys see, now these are some of my seeds from my stuff, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, this is the pink Berkeley tie-dye. So, I mean, that thing looks like a dadgum dandelion flower on it. Isn't that crazy? They're really pumping it out. Let's see about this guy down here. How does he look? It's not quite as bushy yet. I have to get my old toothbrush going so I can buzz everything. Those little struggling ones that were in there, they're starting to kind of fill out and come on up now. And then another pink Berkeley tie-dye. Let's see, what is this guy? Pink Berkeley tie-dye. As you can see, I mean, they're really bushy down on bottom too. All this stuff is indeterminate for sure. So it's gonna definitely need to get cleaned up. I've got the stakes to run them up. Some tape to tie them up. All right, let's see here. This one is Ananas Noir. Let's see, it's got a flower on it too. They're doing okay. But all this stuff's doing okay. And to be honest with you, I just barely have been over here in the last week or two. I came over here just to check on stuff and I could see everything was okay and I walked away. It's been very busy. There's my corn. It was doing so well on that side of the drip tape that I planted another row on this side of the drip tape in between each one. So, what is it they say, knee high by the 4th of July for the corn? All right, so I don't know if you can see that. I'm hoping you can. There's my knee. Corn's already getting over it. Not quite, but you know, it's doing really, really good. It's shot up and stays pretty cozy in here right now. I have elected at this point, it's hot enough in here during the day to go ahead and raise these sides up. But I'm just leaving them loose right now and letting the wind blow through here as it wants to and can, and in case something crazy comes through, because that's the story of my life. And since we've got, I don't know about all you guys, but here in Kimball County in Junction, Texas, I'm actually like right in line for this dadgum eclipse everybody's been talking about. And I'll tell you, I've been working like a dog all over this county. I'm the lawnmower man, pretty much. And you see Forrest Gump on the show where he's running around everywhere mowing the green acres. That's me right now. And I've mowed the airport. It's like 120 acres. We knocked that guy out, the county park, the courthouse, the museum, the Veterans Hall, Meals on Wheels. I mean, I've just been all over my tiny town mowing and got it all looking good for this eclipse, because we've got all these strangers in town, and the business part of it's good for the town. The traffic's kind of annoying because we're really spoilt here. You know, it's not like a city. I drive anywhere I want to in this town in like 5 minutes. Don't have to sweat anything. And right now it's kind of filling up a little bit, so see how that goes. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have read about or heard on the news or anything, all these crazy coincidences that kind of line up with this eclipse that's coming. And whether you look at it the same way as I do or not, you know, I'm a conspiracy theorist guy. I don't care. And but there's usually some truth in there, whether people believe me or not. I know a lot of us get a little carried away, but it is peculiar. There's a lot of coincidences kind of coinciding with this thing. So anywho, let me get off of that before I load up in the UFO and take off. And I'll go over to the other garden area and show you what's going on over there. So last time I seen y'all seen I was setting up this little setup behind me, and I got all my dirt down. I've got my tarp down, and this morning I was able to finish spreading out the wood chips. So I'll show you what I got and give you an idea of my plans. Okay, so here's my little finished product as of now. I'm actually going to put a piece of cattle panel here, that way I can grow some cucumbers and stuff all down the fence line, melons and stuff, and I'm probably going to start that stuff today. But I just got this stuff laid down. You can see my broccoli here has gone to seed, and I'm fixing to tear them off, save some seeds. These are those 2 tomato plants. I just dug them up over at the greenhouse where I showed you guys a minute ago. Put them in here. I need to do pruning on them and over there at the greenhouse before I run off today, but I'm going to set them up. They'll be kind of my little entrance into the garden area here. And then when I first started doing this, I set up a piece of tarp from about where those onions are across and back that way. And even with all the stakes in it and everything, I didn't have this wood chips on top, and the dadgum wind came in here and blew up against these poles and killed back most of all my tomatoes. So some of them are coming back, you know what I mean? And then some of them are not. You know, this is what ended up happening to them. And so I'm not going to sweat it. I believe they will all probably come back with just a little bit of time. Knocked all my stakes over. I may steal some of them and take over to the greenhouse while these things are not doing anything. And when I get my my new ones in, then I'll just replace these then with those. But you know, I don't have them in real serious yet because it's not real serious. It's more of a marker. But I have a few little tomatoes growing there. But I have Celebrity all down that side, and I believe this is all Ananas Noir. So this stuff on this side, if they come back, they'll keep going all year long. And I don't know about the Celebrity. Y'all excuse me, my throat's been tickling me out here, mess with these wood chips. So my little onions in the container doing just fine. They're doing great. Have no complaints. My little trash cabbage that I just put out here because I didn't have much hope for it. It was set out here and I stuck it in the ground to see what happened. It's coming back just fine. So we'll see how far it gets. And I don't know if you can see them. I have a few green beans popping up right here. There's strawberries under there, and y'all will remember I had perpetual spinach right there and strawberries all down the side. I just covered them over with the dadgum wood chips because I don't care. If they come back, it'd be great, and I'm sure they will. Excuse me. But we'll see. And look, here's my tomato leftovers. You know what I mean? If all else fails, I can stick them in the ground. Have to do something pretty quick because they're about to give up. And in here, let's see. That looks like a pepper plant. That's grass. But I think that's a pepper plant. But this little tree looks like nothing. I'm hoping it's going to come back. It's actually a historical tree. It cost $100 and something. It's from a pecan down there by the border when Texas and Mexico was fighting over Texas. And they took a pecan off this old famous tree down there and brought it up here, and it will end up in the courtyard. I'm hoping the best for it. All right, those marigolds, I'm gonna give them to my mother-in-law today before they're running out of room in there and getting yellow on me, fixing to die. You can see my red onions are doing well. Really like them. I put that Sugar Rush peach pepper in there, and it hadn't done anything, and I don't care. Now that I know it's just god-awful hot pepper, I got enough of them. Nobody will eat all my hot stuff but me. I'm the only one who really enjoys that stuff, and my wife and grandson, they can't eat it, so I'm getting tired of trying to cook stuff that to me is flavorless. So maybe if I grow these sweet peppers, that's what I've been working on now, so maybe I can get everybody to eat. But these guys are doing good too. I have a little bit of Egyptian spinach here. Let it get a little bit bigger and dried out, and then I think I'm going to take it over there to the greenhouse and try it on that top section that's kind of dry. All right, and I have a little yellow squash starting here. Some of my okra seed was in there, but I don't think it's going to come out right now. I can set it out straight in the sun. I got a lunchbox pepper or two starting in there. That's some of them sweet ones I'm telling you about. My watermelon seeds ain't doing nothing yet. It ain't quite hot enough. And I have some cantaloupe and some more of those Market More cucumbers. But it's almost warm enough now. And since I've finished up, I've got that fig too. Since I have finished up this section here now that it's done, it's almost season. I'm just going to start about probably right in here somewhere and do cucumbers. I have two different kinds, all down the side, down to about this pole. And from this pole to up to the edge, and I'm gonna have another piece of cattle panel across the front. I'm gonna do cantaloupe, I think. And maybe over in here, I'll put some watermelon and let it just spread out to the rest of it all around there. So, or I may have to put it actually in this corner because it's gonna wanna grow to the sun this way more, that morning sun they wanna go. So, but, I mean, I got some room now. I did also, you see my little peach tree's coming back so pretty. It's got a nice vase shape to it. The other one over here across from it, right here, it looks ugly, but it's gonna be all right. I'm gonna let it grow on out this year. See if I can't get some growth this way as well. We'll see. This one obviously didn't make it, but we'll see how it grows out. And I'm gonna try to get a little vase shape to it and then get off of it and let it just come on with itself. And just this morning, I put this fig tree. You can see it's hurting for a little nitrogen, and then maybe it'll get it now. If not, I got some fertilizer if I have to go there. I hate using fertilizer if I don't have to. So, try to let nature do its thing right here. And I have a couple fruit trees up here in front of the shop, and it'll look all right, kind of nice and neat, instead of it being so sloppy like it was before. So, guys, I'm going to get my tomatoes all pruned and move around any stakes where I need to try to get by for now. Maybe put some little something in the ground to hold them guys up over there and tie them up. And I'll be back. I don't know if I will include it in this video, but I will take you around my house too, because stuff's looking good there too. Things are starting to come out. My potatoes are doing great. So I'll get back with you. I went ahead and pruned my stuff up and tied it up for the first time in here. Gave that stuff a little room to breathe. And now I'm gonna do my best to leave it alone. I mean, there'll come a point I'll have to do some trimming on it again, but now they're each their own little tree there, so everything's good. Got stuff up off the ground where some air can move through there. Can tell what things are again. So, time to go check out the house.